Hi, it's your PsychoBuddy. I know that it's possible to live with ongoing or intermittent psychosis because I do. There are, I call them translucencies with the capital T. They're images that come fully formed into my mind that I notice or that distract me. Very strong internal imagery. And it's usually visual, but it's also auditory when I talk to them. I also have thought voices. And it started 30, well, no, the imagery, the translucencies, I've had them, experienced them from as long as I can remember. The first documented time was when I was 7, but I'm certain that it predated that. And for a long time, I was fighting myself. Am I projecting these things or am I perceiving these things? Am I generating the translucencies and the voices or am I witnessing them? And after grappling with that question throughout many years, 3 decades, I have come to the conclusion that it makes no difference. It doesn't matter. This is how I experience reality. And there are things that I've learned to do that let me function highly while going through experiencing my world the way that I do. Um, a big one, the difference between wisdom and insanity is who you tell, which really pissed me off at first. But to be able to read the appropriateness of your behavior in a situation is a really big skill. And to be able to stay grounded in consensual reality, being able to identify what of your world belongs to you alone and what is shared by everyone is a hugely important skill. The way that the translucencies put it when they were telling me how to do it was see what you see, look at what they see. It doesn't mean that what you see isn't real. It doesn't mean that consensual reality is more important than your experience at all. That's just how to navigate it. So that's a really big one. See what you see, but look at what they see. Another really big one for me is knowing when to take antipsychotic med interventions. I'm on a daily dose of Zyprexa now. It used to be Abilify. And then when I feel things getting too strong, which is when I see a lot of translucencies or when my emotions start, when my reality starts feeling sideways, or if I describe my experience as feeling like my mind is splintering, then that means that I need more Zyprexa. And I stay in close contact with my psychiatrist. I do these things because it's worth it to stay in consensual reality. It is by being able to function that I can have the experience of loving my kids and taking good care of them and having a strong relationship with my husband, whom I've been with for 23 years now. And more than all that, when I used to go off the medication a long time ago, I would get lost in my own world. And that can be heaven if you're suicidal every day. To be able to be lost in your own world can be a real gift. but it prevents me from being able to have relationships. And that's what I found is very satisfying, that connection. Another thing is just to radically accept this is my world. This is my truth. Even if other people don't see the validity of it, this is my truth. And I don't need to announce it on the street. I don't need to go dancing naked in the park. It's my reality. It's just as valid. Taking care of yourself is really important as a means of creating a buffer so that the psychosis doesn't spill over into your interactions with other people, and so that it doesn't hamper your ability to live the life you want to live. That's the really important thing. So there's radically accepting that your experience of the world is your experience of the world. Just doesn't matter if you're witnessing it or generating it. It doesn't matter if they're spirits or hallucinations, because they can still speak to us with a lot of wisdom. It was my translucencies that convinced me that I needed to stop using drugs. Uh, they had a lot of reasons for it. And I was worried when I stopped using drugs that they would leave me, but they didn't. I still get all my friends. It's definitely possible to function highly and still have psychotic symptoms, visual and auditory. And you can be very clear with yourself about what is your internal reality and what is the consensual reality that other people are experiencing. That's really very key. And also to remember that it is a gift. We have this ability to interact with parts of ourselves in a way that can give us a lot of wisdom and a lot of camaraderie. And there are a lot of people who understand. I felt so isolated for so many years, but it we don't need to. There are a lot of people who experience voices and see things that the people around us don't see. It's a matter of being able to navigate two worlds at once and make the decisions that feel good for you, that feel loving for you.